What's up? It's your bud, Jay, back for another video. EscobarJ.com. This video is Can't Study Motivation, Part 2, Long-Term Strategies. So, what do you do if you can't find the motivation to study? Okay, let's jump to my screen. I'm going to be hard on you. Alright, I'm going to go over a few things. First thing is this right here. This is a formula, and it is consistent habits over time. So, consistency plus effort plus time equals your results. Okay. I'm going to harp on you for a minute because if you're having the trouble to find the motivation, I'm going to tell you something. If I can spell today. You don't need motivation. You don't need it. You need a why, and then you need consistent habits. Those two things will help you study, will get you through what you're going through right now. So, that being said, what I want you to do is I want you to write down, and these are long-term strategies, okay? I'm going to do another video. If you haven't seen my first video, my comprehensive video, go ahead and click on the top right corner now, and I will put a link to that video. You can watch that. It is my comprehensive video of all the strategies that you can utilize to find the motivation to study. This video is just focusing on the long-term strategies, on things that you can do. But it all boils down to getting your consistent habits and putting the effort in over time. And that will get you the results. So, what I want you to do is I want you to get some sticky notes. Alright? And what I want you to do is write down all the things that you know you should be doing but aren't, and I want you to write down all those things on sticky notes. Anything that you know you should be doing but aren't, that is beneficial for your future. That is beneficial for your long-term future. Okay? And this is where you're going to start attacking these sticky notes every single day. You're going to put them on your mirror. And what you're going to do is all those things you have on your mirror, you're going to be able to see those every single day. And you're going to choose one every single day. Choose one and attack that sticky note every day. It can be the same one every day if you want. But the point is to have those things in front of you, physically written out on sticky notes, in front of you on the mirror, so that every time you see yourself, you see those sticky notes. And when you do that, it'll help you to attack those things that you know you should be doing but aren't. Those things that you know are good for your long-term health, but you're not doing. Okay? That's how you find the motivation. It all starts with your habits and getting consistent with it. Okay. Now I'm going to go over a couple other things that you can do to just increase your long-term habits, and they all play into these two fundamental principles. Okay, so first off, 8 hours of sleep. Okay, get 8 hours of sleep. Your body needs it. What happens when you sleep is you have spinal fluid that actually goes into your brain from your spinal cord. And what it does is it goes into your brain. There's actual studies on this now. And it goes into your brain and it washes your brain. Literally, that fluid washes your brain. And it washes out toxins. It washes out all sorts of bad things. That's why you feel refreshed when you wake up in the morning, for the most part, if you're getting adequate sleep, is because your fluid is washing your brain and just kind of resetting everything. And that is very, very important to your long-term health. And that is very important to your study habits. So when you incorporate the consistent habits over time, right? you incorporate the sticky note technique, you getting 8 hours of sleep, that will help you long term to focus on your study habits, creating new good study habits, and getting into a consistent rhythm so that it becomes second nature. The next tip is don't wait until the last minute. Okay? Now, obviously, that's pretty obvious. It's easier said than done. But when you do these principles here, the sticky notes, writing down the sticky notes, and then you understand this consistency plus effort plus time equals results, and then you're getting adequate sleep, it's going to help you not wait until the last minute, especially if you got those sticky notes in front of you. Okay, and you could put / schedule time for study, right? It's better to study 1 hour a day, 7 days a week, than it is to study 1 day a week for 7 hours. Your brain gets more out of those study sessions if you're doing it consistently over time. So make sure you're scheduling your time for study. Okay, the next one is find your why. Find your why. If you want to see a video on how to find your why, I have a video. It's going to pop up right here at the top right corner right now. Go ahead and check that out. It will help you to find your why. Okay? And when you know your why, and I'm not just talking, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a biologist, I want to be a scientist, right? It's deeper than that. It's much deeper than that. I'm talking about what you're here on this earth to do. What is your purpose? That is your why. You need to dig deep for these. And it's not something that can happen just overnight, although you can have an epiphany and you can get a lot of insight as to what your why is. But typically this process happens over the course of time, over self-reflecting a lot. Okay, next one. Number 3 is hydration. Okay, this is super important. Your body is made up of 80% water. You know that. Everybody knows that. So it's very important to stay adequately hydrated. Not just for your short term while you're in your study sessions, but also for the long term. Because the more water that's in your body, the more fluidity it can receive, the more viscosity your blood is, whatever viscal or whatever that word would be. And that allows your blood to flow easier and allows your blood to be more oxygenated and allows your blood to flow into your brain easier, which allows you to think better. Okay, the next one is exercise. This is very, very important. Exercise is the most underrated antidepressant. When you exercise, it releases endorphins into your brain that allow you to feel happy. It allows you to focus better. When you sweat, it allows you to release toxins from your bloodstream and in your gut. It just overall, and when you're burning those calories, it just does something to your psyche. Just trust me on this one, okay? I do high intensity interval training. So if you want to do high intensity interval training, the program I use is called Insanity. I'm sure you've heard of it. I do it every single day. Okay, I've been doing it every day for over 1.5 years now. And the last one is nutrition. Specifically the ketogenic diet / intermittent fasting. Or you could even do like the carnivore diet or paleo diet or vegan. I'm not vegan, but I do the ketogenic diet. I like meat too much. Anyway, your nutrition, super, super important for your long-term overall health. But this is going to... Okay, listen. So here's the thing. What you put into your body is what you get out of your body. It's the law of reciprocation. It's the law of the universe. If you're constantly thinking negative thoughts, you constantly attract negative things to you. It's the same thing with positive thoughts. If you think positively, you attract positive things to you. It's the same thing when you eat. The things that you put into your body naturally are going to come out of your body in different, it's going to manifest in different ways. When you eat good, proper nutrition, high quality foods, whole foods, and high fat, medium protein, very low carb, very low sugar diet, what happens is your blood, instead of running on glucose, which is what happens when you eat carbs and sugar all the time, your body switches fuel. It switches from burning glucose, which is sugar, and it starts burning what's called ketones. And you become into a state of ketosis. What that means is that because your body is using these ketones as fuel, it's actually much cleaner energy burn. Think about it like this. It's kind of like if you were to buy a super expensive car like a Rolls Royce, right? And you were to put unleaded fuel in a Rolls Royce, that's not going to, that energy, that fuel is not a very efficient fuel for that car. Same thing with your body. If you put the highest grade gasoline in your car is going to run it more efficiently because there's less lead, there's less other pollutants and less other toxins and less other garbage in that fuel. It's that same thing with the ketogenic diet. And it's also kind of like, think about it like this. You know, a motivational speaker, right? Motivational speakers help you feel motivated. So being on the keto diet is like having millions of motivational speakers running through your blood into your cells, right? That's how it feels. You literally feel better. You are less depressed. You can concentrate better. You have less hunger. You can focus better. It's literally the most pure, clean kind of fuel you can have for your brain, okay? And I've been doing this for years now, and I am firsthand experience. So these 8 habits, okay, these 8 long-term strategies will help you to not just study better and have the motivation to study better, but it's life-changing. When you have these habits, your life will be overall better. And that's why I'm doing this video, is to show you that if you're cramming, if you're doing these things that waiting to the last minute to study, and you're not having the right habits in place, you're not blocking out time to study, it's literally a conscious effort at first. You have to consciously focus on that one specific thing. I got to study today. I'm about to study from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Whatever it is. It's literally, at first, you have to consciously think about it all the time. Once you get those habits in place, it starts to become unconscious competence, right? You start to do it automatically. And that is where you are in the flow state. That's where you're in the prolific zone. That is where you get the best results, is when you can get those consistent habits over time. So if you like this video, I'm going to jump to full screen here. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button and bell icon. Go ahead and share this with as many people as possible. If you know somebody who struggles with motivation in general, specifically with studying, show them this video. That would really help. Because if you incorporate these long-term strategies, I promise you, you will see massive, massive results over the long term. So, I love you. Take care. Get back to studying. Spread the love. Make sure you're giving. Make sure you're always learning. Make sure you're always growing. And make sure you're always pushing forward no matter what. All right, see you in the next one.